Join the coven. All my friends have been disappearing, and no one has noticed. A story written by You Shall Not Pass 121. It started about a week ago. First it was my friend Molly, and then it was my friend Jillian. Both simply vanished one day, and I haven't seen them since. In fact, no one has, but everyone else doesn't act like it. I'm the only one that seems to have noticed. It wasn't an issue at first, you understand. When my friend Molly didn't come into school the next day, I simply thought she was either sick or just bunking off. She had a tendency to do that. It was when she failed to show the next day, and then the day after that, and the day after that, that was when I really started to worry. I spoke to several classmates. All were adamant that Molly had been in class just a few hours prior. But when I asked them to tell me what she was wearing, none of them could remember. In fact, none of them could remember what she even looked like. It was shrugged off. I thought everyone had gone mad. I spoke to my best friend Mike. He too was sure that he had seen Molly in school after I was sure she had disappeared. He didn't treat me like everyone else did, though. He assured me that I was under a lot of stress, so I was imagining it. So, in essence, he called me nuts, too, but in a nice way. He couldn't appreciate that the stress I was feeling was down to what was going on, that my friend was missing, and no one believed me. I was certain something was going on when I texted Molly a few days after her disappearance. I didn't receive a reply until 3 a.m. that night. This number does not exist. Please don't try to ring or text this number again. There is no Molly. I even tried to report it to the police a few times, showing them that text. But still, no one believed me. According to everyone else around me, Molly wasn't missing, and I was the one losing my marbles, not them. At the same time, though, no one could describe her in detail, nor could they describe their supposed encounter with her. So yeah, it was weird, and I was scared. The following week, my friend Jillian stopped showing up to classes. It was the same thing. So I decided to visit her house. I spoke to her mom, and apparently Jillian was staying with her dad. So I went to her dad's, and he told me that Jillian was with her mom. I was terrified that I was losing my mind, having some sort of psychotic break. I couldn't comprehend what was happening, couldn't understand the terror that was cascading through my mind, my body. I stopped sleeping after Jillian. So this brings us to the present. I haven't been able to find Molly and Jillian. I persevered with their phones, though, and I wish I hadn't, because I've been receiving some chilling texts from both of their numbers, even after I'd blocked and deleted them. The texts come through in waves, and always at 3 a.m. If you know what's good for you, you'll stop interfering. You'll act like everyone else does. Your friends exist, and yet they don't. We exist, and yet we don't. The texts are all similar in nature, all cryptic and strange, and frankly, they scare the absolute hell out of me. I don't even reply anymore. I did at first. I sent frantic replies demanding to know what happened to my friends. But after those responses, I soon gave up. I have even started to turn my phone off at nights. There have been other unexplainable and terrifying things happening to me. I've been seeing an old man outside my window at nights. He stands barefoot, silhouetted by the dim streetlights, a wooden cane in his hand. He smiles at me and gestures wildly for me to come out. I try my best not to look at him, but sometimes I can't help it, and I always know that he is there. I really don't know what's happening, and I'm scared all of the time now. 2 days ago, my best friend Mike didn't show up to class, and when I tried to call him, there was no dial tone. Instead, I heard someone breathing heavily down the phone. I didn't try to call him again afterwards. I've been to his house. There was no one there. I asked the neighbors, and they told me that the family had gone away for the weekend. I didn't believe them. Why would I? Their car was still in the driveway. All of the lights in their house were on. I've started to receive calls now too. All from unknown numbers. A few from Mike. I try my best not to answer, but sometimes the calls are so relentless through the night that I really have no choice. The calls would wake me up. I'd answer groggily, wary from the constant onslaught of calls and messages, and the strange thing is that all I would hear is static, accompanied by heavy breathing. I think I'm going to break soon. My parents are worried about me, but they can't seem to grasp the fact that it's to do with everything that's going on. They think I should see a therapist. They haven't noticed that Mike, Molly, and Jillian are gone. I can't explain it, but I know that I am not insane. A few hours ago, I received a text from my friend Mike. "Hey pal, I'm with Jillian and Molly. We're outside your house. Come out, bro." I ignored it, and then seconds later, I received another. "Steven, don't ignore us. We know you're there. Just open the door, man. Open the door. We have some amazing things to show you. You won't regret it, Steven." I looked out of my window, and sure enough, they were there, all three of them, and they were accompanied by that strange old man. They all suddenly looked up at me and started waving, gesturing for me to come out. All were smiling wildly. Their eyes, though, oh my God, they were glowing. I locked myself in my bathroom. That's where I am now. I was so scared. My phone was blowing up with calls and texts, but I was trying my best to ignore them. I could hear a distinct knock on my bedroom window. I don't know how they got up there. My bedroom was on the 3rd floor of our house. I have another text from Mike. "Steven, you have to let us in. I promise everything will be okay once you do. There are things, Steven, things beyond humanity's comprehension, and those things have chosen us to be their vessels. Oh, Steven, it's so wonderful." I hear a window smash downstairs, and then I hear feet rapidly run up the stairs and suddenly stop outside my bedroom door. Another knock reaches my ears, and then I hear a voice. "Hey, Steve, it's Mike. Come open the door," he says cheerfully. I stand at my bathroom door, my breathing rapid, and my heart is essentially in my mouth. I don't say a word, and I'm as quiet as I can possibly be. Then Mike speaks again, but this time his voice is different somehow. It's deep and guttural, and it booms across the house. Steve, we are taking you with us whether you like it or not. Don't make this hard on yourself. Just open the door. Someone that is not Mike shouts. The voice is demonic, and it sends a shiver down my spine. Suddenly, my bedroom door smashed open. I can hear it flying across the room. I am crying now. I hear a number of feet walk in, slowly shuffling towards my bathroom door. I try to ring my mom. She doesn't answer. I text her, pleading for her help. I try to call the police, but all I hear is static. They are knocking on the bathroom door now, whispering to me. I can hear them in my head. The voices are soothing. They want me to trust them, and I feel myself being drawn to the door, being drawn to them. I feel so much calmer now, and I really want to see them. I am going to open the door now.